Hello and welcome back to Slow Gaming and our Let's Play series here in Football Manager 2019 with the Bath City Football Club. Trying to take them from the bottom of the available tiers that we have here in Football Manager to all the way to the top of the Premier League, winning it and hopefully winning all out in Europe as well, in Champions League and beyond is what we're trying to do here, slowly but surely. So I hope you do enjoy this series, and if you do, smash that like button. It will really mean a lot and really help me know that you do like the content. And if you are having any thoughts or questions or suggestions to do anything better or anything like that, do leave a comment. I read everything and check everything, of course, and the most positive and informative comment on each episode will get pinned, just so you know. And here we got the monthly financial update for last month. So we did here a profit of 25k, which is pretty nice, pretty stable here. And our board confidence update seems good as well. The only thing here is that they don't really like our tactics for some reason. Not really sure why actually, but don't really matter that much to us. And we'll just move on here, and we do have a game come up in a little bit, or a little while, actually 2 weeks here. So I think there is the FA Cup usually been playing here or something like that, but since we are knocked out, that's not the case. So I think we should try to arrange a friendly match here actually on the 7th. Or something like that. So let's see here. So let's just take one team that are 0 in cost, and we'll see. Let's hope that they accept. And they accepted the friendly, so that's good. So we'll get some match practice here between the matches. And anyway, what I said, we have a game come up here after 2 weeks from our last game here. I do believe it's against, let's see here, we need to check this first. John Smith here, a winger here, and we definitely would like to sign him here, I believe. So we'll finalize the promise here, and let's actually we'll get a scout report here. I'm not quite sure. I think this is a player that we have scouted before and are on our shortlist, of course, for some reason, and we'll see. Anyway, we do have a game coming up, and next match is against Maidenhead as a away team. And we have an old scout report here with Sean Rigg, our best option on a middle left. And we don't really want to give the wage here that he requests, so we'll walk away from that player. And yeah, we'll just move our next match here and see what happens until that. And we'll not allow any players for the under 18s there. And if you do like the content, make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well, so you're sure not to miss out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Slow Gaming. So let's check this scouting meeting as well. So we need to switch around our budget there a little bit. So let's see here. So we'll not scout that player. And we had a very good training week in last week with an average rating here of 7.62. So that's very, very nice here. So let's take a look here on the individual level. Nothing really that I want to praise or anything like that. We have no player to criticize either, so that's good. But let's do check on the scoutings here. So we'll actually just allocate a lot of the transfer budget to the scouting budget. And we'll see here, where do we do... No, not there. So let's see here, on players I believe. Yeah, so we want this package, this youth package. We would like the ones above, but we can't really go and use them, unfortunately. But yeah, at least now we have the cash to cover the youth package for the one that got cancelled for us. And the match coming up is against Maidenhead, if I didn't say that, who are last in the league, and on the away pitch. So hopefully we should be able to put together a decent game, at least against them. So we'll hope for a good chance in that match, and hopefully we can make something out of it. And here, when we're moving up towards the next game, I want to do a small shout out here to lollujo and what he's doing with his holme series. I think it's really great, and a good inspiration here for this series that we are doing here. A very similar run from the bottom of the tiers all the way to the top. And someday maybe we can do something similar here on this channel, that you can be more active and make some choices in the team and everything like that. So do check him out if you like the series, and also if you're somehow for some reason coming from lollujo. I do think he's really great, and I hope you enjoy the content. And if you have any questions or anything like that, just put them in the comment, and I'll answer everything you wonder. And yeah, so that is that about that subject. So let's actually concentrate on the game coming up here. So we should have most of our players fit. We did get a notice there about Adeloy, that he weren't 100% fit, I believe. But hopefully that isn't going to be a problem here. So we get also some player development advice here from our assistant manager. So we should praise Ryan Brandt for his recent form. So we'll do that. But other than that, we'll just move forward here towards that game against Maidenhead, and hope that we can get in a good result, as said. So I know this is a little bit slow, but this is really how I like to see games anyway. To see everything, every choice we make or that happens along the way, so you don't really miss anything. So this is alright that Lasovetti is removed from the shortlist. He's in a team also, so we can't really sign him even if we wanted to, but I think we're all right for the center backs at the moment. So we get a second time around here on John Smith. He's certainly better than Luke Gray that we currently have, and his wage demands is now a little bit better, so to say, if we were to try again, but he actually already is contracted to Stockport, so that's all right, I guess. Stockport is in our league though, which is a little bit unfortunate, so to say. So we get some pre-match tactical advice here on quite a few players here to drop, and maybe we'll do so. Genovese and Kandi. Kandi is definitely an easy choice to drop for Tavares. Genovese and Paxman maybe not so much, but we'll check here. And according to the bookmakers, we should have a very easy win come up here against Maidenhead, so let's hope we can make them happy. And I skip all players here that are about 25 years old, and we only want good signings, so to say. And this is way too much unknown, and that's everything then. And once again, a good training week here with an average of 7.52, which is nice. So once again, nothing really special here to note regarding their training. I think nothing really to praise or criticize. There is pretty soon we should be praising our players a little bit for their training performance again, just to try to keep the morale as high as possible. So we'll put in Hayden and Tavares definitely here for our center defenders again. We can play Campbell Gordon instead of Genovese for a match or two. And I think we'll put Merch back in instead of Hutton, or do we? No, Hutton had a very good game last game, so he will be left in the team or the starting 11. Let's see, we unfortunately have Stewart with a suspension, so we'll have Ryan Hill on that position instead. And we'll have Tarek White on the bench instead of Stewart. I think it's a good option here. So I think that's the best team we can have on the pitch. So let's go to the match and then hope for a good result here. So Adloy was in the team here. I thought for 1 second that we didn't think about that too much, or we rather didn't think about that too much, or I didn't check. But he's in the team, so that's alright. And we have a highlight here in the 7th minute. Hayden with the ball, passing up to Hill to Paxman, and it's a bad pass, and it's a counter-attack here. Van versus our keeper, but our keeper saves, and out for a corner. And here the corner come in from Fitzpatrick, and we clear it in with our defenders, but it's only out back to Fitzpatrick, and it's a bad pass, and it's out to Gray, and that chance is over. And another highlight here in the 9th minute, starting to the 10th minute, and it's once again a one-on versus our keeper, but our keeper saves once again, and out for another corner here for Maidenhead. So starting very, very weak here at the moment, and a pretty good clearing there from our defenders. And a highlight here in the 15th minute, a free kick from Brunt to Adeloy, and it's a goal here for Bath City, making the lead 1-0 for Bath City versus Maidenhead. And that did look a little bit lucky, but a good free kick from Brunt, I guess, and Adeloy putting it in. And yeah, their keeper really not doing a greatest job, but a good finish there from Adeloy, I certainly think as well. So we have next highlight here in the 23rd minute, Hutton to McIntyre, and to back to Hutton. McIntyre to Hutton, back to McIntyre, and crossing that failed, and we have the ball going back and forth a little bit. The ball to Adeloy, and they break the ball here in the midfield and play it wide to the left, just outside the penalty area, and they cross it in, and it's a goal here from Maidenhead. They score it on the rebound somehow, or keeper saved the first chance there on when one of their players were totally free. We will see here. We will see it here on the replay. So the first chance is saved by Barrett, but unfortunately the rebound only goes straight out to Fitzpatrick, who takes hold of the second chance and put it into goal. So far we've definitely been underperforming if we're looking at the stats and also the highlights. We have been under pressure for the whole match, it feels, more or less actually. Not really sure why, but we do have another chance here for Bath City, and it's Adeloy, and it's another goal here for Bath City, making it a 2-1 lead here for Bath versus Maidenhead. I can't say that I think it's really well deserved maybe, but maybe it sort of shows where the quality is in these two teams. So a very good cross there from our cross and through ball by Markanday, and a very lovely finish from Adeloy as well. So straight from kickoff from that goal we do get another highlight here. So Maidenhead currently with the ball, driving it actually backwards toward their keeper, who have the ball currently, and it's up towards the midfield, but they are through, and it's on versus our keeper, but our keeper once again saves here, and it comes in a cross, and it's a penalty here for Bath City, or for Maidenhead, and Tavares are actually getting a second yellow card here also, and he's out, and that is certainly not what we were hoping for here, and I think that ruins our chances more or less here for a really good result. So I think we'll move down Paxman here to the defenders. So we are playing here a 4-3-2 with our 10 player team, or 10 player team. So I think that is the best option. So we really need a complete defensive line at least. So well, I really hope that our keeper performs super well here once again. The penalty is here, and it's a goal for Maidenhead, making the scoreline all equal, a 2-2 for Bath City versus Maidenhead, and a very good struck corner there. Corner, not a corner. Very good struck penalty low in the corner is what I was planning to say. So hopefully we can make something out of this game yet, and maybe at least get a draw. That would definitely be good for us, I think. We did have a super chance there, a long shot that hit the top bar, and unfortunately didn't go in, but it certainly looked like it would have had the chance. But we can't really get all shots in goal, and that would be a little bit to ask too much. But anyway, the first half scoreline is 2-2 for Bath City versus Maidenhead. Shots are 5-10, shots on target 3-7, and possession 51-49%. So overall, the scoreline is good considering the stats, but considering which team we are playing, who are last in the league, I really think we are underperforming here so far in the match. And looking at the ratings, we are definitely underperforming here quite a bit on quite a few players here. So we'll be pretty strict here, be assertive, and say that we are not happy with the performance of Campbell Gordon, Remy Hutton, and Ryan Hill here. Our other than that, I think it's all right. So 6.4 is all right. It's not great, but it should be all right. They have the chance to improve from that. And we have gotten here suggestions from our assistant manager LLCs to move our mentality to very defensive, and I guess that's definitely wise, so I don't see any problem with that. So I highlight here straight from the kickoff of the second half, and we'll see if it actually ends up to anything, and it sure did look like the having Maidenhead player have the ball pretty much dead on the penalty area, or penalty spot, not area, penalty spot, and pretty dangerous looking corner there we had for us actually, but that didn't end up being anything. So unfortunately we also don't really have any player here to switch Campbell Gordon out with, since we have used our defender already, but I do think we need to switch him out nonetheless actually. So we will actually do so with Sean Rigg here, and just show a point that you can't play that bad and still be in the team. So we'll hope Sean Rigg can actually be pretty decent in a defender, even though he's not actually a defender at all. And that was an open goal, and that Maidenhead missed, so very luckily for us. And we do have a highlight here in the 65th minute, the ball with Adloy, but he's losing the ball and dribbling the ball forward. And they are doing bad passes, and it's a through ball to Adloy versus the keeper then, but it's blocked just at the shooting moment, so it's out to a corner here for Bassett, unfortunately. But better than nothing. And here's the corner from Hutton, and here is the cross, and it's a long corner to Rigg to Adelaide, and he shoots way over the bar there. So definitely a little bit unlucky, and I actually feel a little bit that we are coming back here in the game, even though we're one player short, which is a bit odd, but I guess we can take what we can out from this game, and well, any game I really guess. And we have unfortunately an injury here on Markanday, so we'll have Tarek White in his position here, just to make sure that he hopefully don't go out on a too long injury. And we have a highlight now here in the 85th minute, and looking to be for Maidenhead here. We certainly have, yeah, exactly, the players on the right side of our defensive line, and they were free versus our keeper, but they shot it over at the bar. So with 3 minutes to go, we get another highlight here. Maidenhead with the ball outside our penalty area, and it's a long ball up towards Adloy here, and hopefully we can make something here. And it's to White on the right hand side, and Adloy puts the ball in, but it's only cleared. But we have a second ball to Gray here, and unfortunately it's a bad pass, and it's all the way down to our keeper actually, and the ball going back and forth here a little bit, and it looks to be a chance here for Maidenhead. Yeah, they are free, and it's a goal here for Maidenhead, unfortunately, in the extra minutes of the second half, making the scoreline 2-3 for Bassett versus Maidenhead. And definitely a little bit of lucky stuff here, I would say, but as well as really bad markings, and I can't say that this wasn't deserved either. So yeah, so the final whistle is now, I guess. Yeah, that's the final whistle. So the final scoreline then for Bassett versus Maidenhead is 2-3, and shots are 10-21, shots on target 4-10, possession 52-48%. And overall, we have definitely been underperforming in this game throughout the whole match, and we were very effective. I think before that penalty for Maidenhead and booking, or a red card for Tavares up until that, I think we had not a game in our hand, but I think we would have gotten at least maybe a draw here if we played at that level we did then. But unfortunately that's not the case, so you can't get away with good matches every match, unfortunately. If that were the case, it would be very easy. So after that match, we are currently 14th in the league, and still doing very good considering our odds and our season preview, or how we thought it would be, and also our objective just to try and get not get relegated. So we are still very much on par to do that, or on the path to do that. And we'll do no action here for Tavares a red card, and Markanday is out 2 to 3 days. And we have 100% knowledge now of Darling here, Harry Darling, who might be a good sign here from Cambridge if they don't prolong his contract. So that should be pretty nice, maybe. That is something we'll see here at the end of the season. So let's see here. So for our upcoming match in about 1 week, we are again a away team. Unfortunately, we are definitely weaker on the away pitch than we are at home, which is a little bit unfortunate. And also we are meeting a pretty tough team here with FC Halifax Town, who are 7th in the league. So definitely harder than the last game. That should have been easy, but we managed to lose nonetheless. So then you can understand that the next game will definitely be tough. And we had Lloyd there in the team of the week, so that's pretty nice that the players are able to reach that even though we lose a game. So Lloyd definitely performing there in the last game. Unfortunately, we didn't win though, but yeah, what can you do, as I said. So for the upcoming match here, I think we'll take off a few players, or we will have to do that. Tavares are going to be able to play once again, for example, and I think we'll switch our right and left back out. Left back out definitely. Will not. Campbell Gordon was a replacement that was suggested, so he will definitely not get a second chance here. He's also a lone player, so don't really want to play him. Let's see here. So for the upcoming match, we are pretty much even Steven here, according to the bookmakers. So hopefully we can make something happen, even though we did have that bad game in the last game against Maidenhead. But a new match day and new team, so shouldn't bother with that too much. And let's see here, the quality players are a little bit too old to my liking, so we'll not check them or scout them. And the training last week was at 7.22 as an average in the team, which is pretty decent. And we'll actually praise a little bit on the players here. So we'll praise Candy, Gray on his training, and Oliver as well here. And Stuart, if he were improving a lot on a few ratings, which he weren't. So we'll then go to criticizing all the players that are below 6.5 here. So Tavares being the last of the guys that have been training too bad, or yeah, not too bad is one word you can say, not maybe the most correct one, but I guess it will have to do for now. So we'll go to inbox and we'll go to the team selection here, and we'll have to check what changes we'll have to do and what changes we want to do. So let's go to that then. So we will have to change Tavares out, and I think we'll want to play Batten here rather than Candy. Or do we? No, we want to play Candy rather than Batten, so let's do that. And we'll definitely play, let's see here, Genovese here rather than Campbell Gordon. And let's once again check Hutton here. So he had a pretty good game, so he will get another chance or another match here to show that he's the right guy for the job. And I think that is the rest of it. So I think we have the right players on the bench as well. Right here we have Carl Stewart that we should have instead of Ryan Hill, and we should have Hill on the bench instead of Tarek White, so that's definitely an improvement here. Yeah, that's look all right to me. So let's go to the match here and hope for a result. So highlight here in the first minute, a corner from FC Halifax, and the ball getting out just outside the penalty area and back into it again, and it's out to Paxman, out to Gray here on the left hand side, and he's into with a cross, but it's only cleared by the defenders of Halifax, bringing the ball here up on the left hand side by Cotterell. Pushing it in, and it's a goal here for Halifax Town, unfortunately making it 0-1 for Bath City versus FC Halifax. So definitely not the start we had in mind here. With a little bit over 1 minute they managed to score here straight away, and well, I can't say that it was anything to cry about or anything like that. It certainly was very good play there by Halifax, so hopefully we just can get back pretty soon. So we do have a highlight here in the 6-minute mark that have just started. It looked to be for also Bath City, but at the moment it looks like it's actually for Halifax that are building up play, but they are missing with their passing, so all the way back to our keeper, and it's headed back into our players, and now we have Stewart with the ball here in the midfield, and it's once again a bad pass, and Halifax making the most of it and getting a one-on-one versus our keeper, and it's another penalty against us here, and we are only in the 7th minute here. Will it be 0-2 for Bath City versus Halifax? And yeah, that's the case. It's a goal here for Halifax on that penalty kick. And things are looking worse and worse here by the minute. And pretty good try there by our keeper to save that, I guess. And we do get a highlight here straight from the kickoff of after that goal, so maybe it's something that we can get back in the game here with a fast reduction of the scoreline. But yeah, play building up, and it's actually for Halifax, and our keeper managed to save that at least, so that's good. So we'll show some passion here, and hopefully the lads will show just that, the passion that is. So the highlight, unfortunately, it's still not over. Halifax winning the ball here outside the penalty box from the right hand side. It didn't happen much, so it went out for another corner, and here's the corner from Halifax from the right hand side. And I thought for a second that that it was another penalty against us, but that wasn't the case, so that's very good for us. So let's see here if we can actually manage to have something happen. We'll go up to the mentality to attacking and see what happens and demand more. The shout is definitely not working here since they got pressured by that shout, so we'll show some passion for the future here, and they get once again one-on-one versus our keeper, but our keeper managed to save once again, which is nice. This is definitely a pretty heavy game for us so far. But we do have a highlight here in the 34th minute. Mark-and-A driving the ball up on the right hand side and into to Brunt, and it's a goal for Bassett here, making a reduction. So it's 1-2 now for Bassett versus FC Halifax. And wow, looking at FC Halifax Stadium is sure something that we'd like to see Bass City have pretty soon. I guess it will be a while or quite a lot of episodes and so on before we have any chance to see anything like that as a stadium for Bass FC. But we have another highlight here in the 44th minute, so just before the end of the first half, and the ball with the keeper of FC Halifax at the moment, but it's only cleared by our defenders, but it's a bad pass and it's a chance for FC Halifax here, and it's another goal for FC Halifax, making it 1-3 for Bass City versus Halifax. And yeah, pretty bad defending, getting behind our defensive line there and totally missing the marking there on Southwell. So yeah, we are not doing well here at all, and I guess we aren't having enough time here to switch out our players. So Hutton here having a really bad game at the moment, so it's a little bit unlucky maybe that we didn't switch him out. But anyway, after one half, the scoreline is 1-3 for Bass City versus Halifax. Shots are 5-14, shots on target is 2-9, and possession is 41-59%. So if this were to be a pretty even game, I'm definitely not happy with the performance from the lads here in this game. We'll definitely are not having a great game on the stats or anything like that, so we'll check the ratings here, and that's definitely the case here as well. We have more or less the whole team underperforming here, I would say. We have Brunt who's doing decently well, but other than that it's basically well, more or less shit actually. So we'll just go with assertive individual talks here for all players here that are doing very, very bad. So we'll go here with that to all players that are at 6.3 or lower. I will start the second half here and keep shouting, show some passion, and I will hope that the players can improve straight away. But I guess they will not, so will probably do some substitutions also pretty much straight away. But we do have a highlight here in the 53rd minute. We have Mark-and-A once again with the ball to Stewart, and it's a goal here for Bass City, making a reduction to making the scoreline then 2-3 for Bass City versus FC Halifax. And once again it's Mark-and-A with the assist, and a good finish there by Stewart, coming through from the midfield, so very good stuff there actually. And a lot of the players getting better here, so only Hutton still doing a terrible job, so we'll put Batten in instead of Hutton here in the 61st minute. I think we'll put in Sean Rigg here as well instead of Luke Ray, to just have him let him have a chance to really being able to make a difference here in the match. And we got a equalizer there, guys. 3-3 for Bassett versus FC Halifax. Sorry for that commenting a little bit off. I was just doing the shout there that you saw and trying to readjust or position myself properly here in this share. And we had a very dangerous corner and there from FC Halifax that didn't make it into the goal, and they have a second chance here. But hopefully we are taking care of it, which we did with a very good clearing there by our defenders, I believe. So 20 minutes to go or something like that. We have another highlight here in the 76th minute, and it's FC Halifax moving the ball up, but we break the ball by our defenders, but somehow we don't take care of the loose ball and they get a one-on-one versus our keeper, but our keeper saves luckily enough. But here comes the corner, so let's see what happens of this. And it's a long and only to our players, but we just push it up and then or clear the ball up, and unfortunately don't really take care of the ball. But if we manage to get a draw here, I definitely say we should be lucky, or that that we should be lucky, and I'm happy. We have Halifax with another chance here, and it's shot straight at our keeper, so very, very lucky there. It looked like a certain goal. Where they are passing a little bit back in the penalty area and are pretty sure to be a goal there actually. And let's see what happens here. We have the ball with down to the keeper of FC Halifax and playing the ball up here and to midfield and driving the ball up, and it's once again a free chance for FC Halifax, and it's a goal here for FC Halifax, making the scoreline 3-4 here for Bassett versus Halifax. And a very bad missed header there by one of our players in the midfield, I believe. And not much to say that with that other than it was well deserved and our players not performing there good enough. I guess it might have been Genovese or losing ratings here even more. And I don't know. We have our left back to back having a very, very bad matches here, and the final scoreline then for Bassett is 3-4 for versus Halifax. Shots 11-26, shots on target 7-17, and possession 42-58%. But what came into it was actually very, very exciting there in the end, but unfortunately we did not manage to get away with that draw. We have both Hutton and Genovese here doing very, very poor in their winger position or wing back positions. So we'll definitely have to think about that in the upcoming matches. So we'll definitely switch out Genovese, or not Genovese, Hutton for the next game at least. Maybe Genovese will stay, we'll see then. And after that match we are currently in 16th place, losing ground to the top teams, but we aren't really looking to be anywhere up here in the upper half. We are just trying to stay as clear as possible from relegation zone here, so we're still doing a decent job of that. A little bit unlucky here to get 2 lost games in these matches though, but actually we shouldn't be that unhappy with that, because we were definitely the weaker team in both these matches. But anyway, if you have enjoyed the content here, remember to smash that like button. It really means a lot for us, guys, and if you haven't done so already, do hit that subscribe button as well, so you're not missing out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Slow Gaming. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.